Don't Sports Talk worldwide with news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, we had the big one, Mayweather McGregor, right? And to sum it up, it was another Mayweather masterpiece. Simple as that. Mayweather masterpiece, and I'm talking about the whole event, right? If you're the promoter, then you got the nerve to get in there and be the boxer too and win a fight. Hey, it's a masterpiece. Everybody's happy. Everybody's making way more money than they ever made, except for Mayweather. Everybody else. So it's a masterpiece. Big event, great event. Floyd Mayweather, 40 years old, 2 years break, come back and make an event bigger than all the other events we talking about. It's a masterpiece from a promoter's perspective. A fighter coming back wins the fight. I had McGregor winning 3 rounds. I had him win McGregor winning 2 of the first 3 rounds, and then after that, you're hard pressed to give him something. Especially when you're talking about most of the time when you have a Mayweather fight, and you say, well, the other guy had some telling blows, like a Maidana, the telling blows. Well, the telling blows are coming from Mayweather tonight. I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, I'm hoping somebody says something about Mayweather walking down a guy who's about 15 pounds heavier than him on the night. Mayweather came in to fight 149 pounds. It was a 154-pound fight. Who comes in to fight 5 pounds lighter and got the nerve to walk somebody down with feather fists? So that was pretty awesome from that perspective. McGregor did a good job. McGregor was in there, showed resilience, has a heart, and, I like his feistiness, fighting back, hitting him. He didn't hit him with anything telling. He hit him a couple of good jabs here or there, but McGregor, he showed he was resilient in this fight. He was being a little bit outclassed, but he did hit him with 111 blows, right? Now, normally I don't watch any post-fight anything before I come, but I did see a McGregor interview. And he was, he was fair. Said it was fair play. Mayweather's experience is what did the job, because he said he got fatigued. Mayweather saw the dip in his condition, and used it, exploited it, and did what he had to do. So, he said hats off to him. Good for McGregor. McGregor, doesn't have anything to hang his head here. Came in, did his best to not use any of his UFC, MMA moves, right? And wasn't easy for him. You could tell. So he was, he did a good job. You gotta like the guy. So let's see what he does. Because he can probably, people probably think, they can beat him, and he can probably get some big fights in boxing and not only MMA. So let's see what he does going forward. For some people who say that this fight was close, I had, when I first was watching on Russian first, because something I just don't really want to hear no more. But then I finally watched it, and I've heard that that it was supposed to be close, 1 round between these guys. Well, all right, whatever. But some of the judges had it 8-1 round. Well, I don't know 8-1 either, but I sure had about 3. And what's the rest? 6-3 or whatever. At the time of the stoppage. So I only had 3 rounds from McGregor. So the fight wasn't that close. But if you really thought that this fight was close, then you'll probably want a rematch. Now, I don't know. I haven't heard any post-fight, nothing, no videos, nobody else's stuff. I don't want to hear it. But when people think it's a close fight, then they'll ask for a rematch. And I just don't see that happening here, because people really know Mayweather didn't even have to fight like that. Mayweather took the Arthur Abraham method. This is a super middleweight guy that fights. Turkish guy, lives in Germany, was a super middleweight champion and a middleweight champion. Arthur Abraham, he keeps them hands up and he throws telling blows. He doesn't waste blows. They're all telling. Get his hands up, come at you. You can punch all you want, but when I'm throwing something, it's going to be telling. And that was what Mayweather basically did. Those straight right hands were incredible. Keeping them hands up and walking a bigger man down. He doesn't have to do that. And everybody knows that. I think this was basically Mayweather said, I'm going to do this for the fans. If y'all going to pay all this money, then I don't want to hear no stuff about me running. Right? So he just didn't, run, what you call it, which is running and boring. Those don't exist for me personally because they're in the ring. But I understand, that can happen between casual fans when they might think that somebody's running. So he put the hands up, came straight at the guy, gave you guys a fight, and if it was close, that makes you even more happy. You know? So, but he won the fight and a stoppage. If you think the stoppage was early, which I don't, but if you do, hey, and say rematch. You know, Kovalev and Ward had to rematch when it's a close fight, right? Um, Golovkin and Jacobs should have had to rematch, but for some reason that one didn't have to happen. Laura and Canelo should have rematched, but that one didn't have to happen. Some of them have to happen and some of them don't. You know what I mean? That's why it's funny when you talk to a casual fan. Because a casual fan, I remember when I was saying something about Mayweather and Pacquiao back in the day, like, you know, hey, he offered him $40 million to fight, but you know, he had to just take random drug testing. Casual fans like, well, that telling you right there, that dude got to be dope, right? Then, you know, in this fight here, you're talking to a casual fan, and you say, well, you know, this guy's 49-0, you know, and he's made this much money in his last fight, and this much money in this fight, he's a promoter now, hasn't got hit, you know, retired, and with all his faculties and everything. And that person said, you know, this must be the smartest fighter ever, right? I said, well, that's pretty much the gist of it. Nova Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm up out of here.